Tonight's game may contain disturbing imagery and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello, I'm James, and the game for tonight is World of Horror. Okay, that's a decent color palette. No. Timeline A. Using difficulty. Combat. And let's begin playing. One last thing. A tall man left a suitcase for you this morning. He said you will know the password. I wonder, what could that mean? Nibue looks like a good password. Let's go with that one. City of Shiokawa, Japan, 1980X. Something strange is happening in our town. Robed figures can be seen gathering in the woods at night. People are going missing. Disgusting creatures are terrorizing the seaside. The rapid technological progress of the modern era brings comfort, but also new, unknown threats. Old gods, malicious eldritch beings who ruled the earth eons ago, are awakening as reality starts to crumble. Armed with clues, spells, and your dwindling sanity, you'll investigate mysteries across the city and in realms beyond. An old train slows down and stops at its last station. The end of the world is at hand, and you've finally arrived in the doomed town. Okay, this time we're going to play as Mizuki Hamasaki, age 20, female. What a strange world we live in, where stopping an ancient evil is the easiest way to boost your career. Backstory: hunted by the cult. You've managed to run from them once, but the cult is tireless. Solving mysteries reduces more doom, but you get more unique combat encounters. Let's begin. Classic mode. Old gods are awakening. Your only chance of survival is solving 5 different mysteries. The end of the world is at hand. Somewhere, a group of people gathers, trying to awaken their master. Let's go with Goizo, the thing forsaken by God. Banished to the other dimension a long time ago, Goizo has found a way to use mirrors to ensnare and teleport its prey straight through reflective glass. The glimpses behind your reflections are just the beginning of a real nightmare. Mirror horror. Resting increases doom penalty. Hunted by the cult. Here's our backstory. A new ally has joined you, Ryoko. You've gained a new status, safety in numbers. The cult members are on your trail. Safety in numbers. Status, personal. Why did you sign that contract? +1 max reason. At the end of the mystery, if you don't have at least 2 followers, lose 2 reason. Okay, and was thing. Here we go. A new option. I unlocked it after last game. This city is changing so fast you can barely recognize it anymore. Choose up to 2 different additional actions per location for this playthrough. Let's add another shop to downtown. We have rest and prepare for our actions at home. Resting regains some stamina and reason, but increases doom. Even more so with Goizo as the enemy. Preparing allows us to find character-unique items. School has the library and the schoolyard, nothing else. The hospital has the entrance and the pharmacy. The seaside has the hardware shop. Forest has a witch's tree. I have no idea if there's 7 apples hanging off of it. The mansion, nothing additional. Village, nothing additional. Apartment, the neighbor. Your friendly neighbor enables a mystery and a chance for an ally. We've already seen that one. Okay, let's save this configuration and continue. Someone has crammed your mailbox full of animal entrails. They know. Okay, let's start by watching TV. The TV host is gutting a big octopus. At least that's what she claims, but there are way too many tentacles. Some of our readers report a strange tall man dressed in white taking the metro after dark, apparently stalking lone passengers. Please take care and avoid traveling alone. We are shocked by what she did. Her voice was always so calm. Once a year, a ramen shop appears where there was once an alleyway. The ramen sold inside is made from its former patrons, but can cure any health problem. The search for a missing person continues in the forest surrounding Shiokawa. If you have any information, please contact the police department. Let's take a look at our costumes. You stand before a mirror, wondering which outfit to wear. Looking good. Aspiring idol. Innocent student. The collection. Rebel outfit. Star. I think I like the rebel outfit. Do we have anything in storage? No. Custom mysteries. None found. Take a bath. Shower will help you to calm down and do wonders for your sore muscles. What temperature could you set it to? We don't have an empty bottle. Let's go with warm water for an experience boost. Library notes. Gain a random spell, lose 1 to 2 reason. We've got plenty, we can go for this. Learned a new spell, Seal of Savage. The forbidden knowledge transcribed on the notes sear your brain. +1 strength at a cost of 4 reason. A new seal appears on your skin. Shadow Shroud. Support. Investigation. For the duration of this mystery, ignore the location's threat level. Cost, 3 reason. Inside the notes, you find a curious passage. Spell evil. Minus 6% doom at a cost of 2 stamina. That's potentially useful, yes. Flesh regrowth. Support healing. Plus 3 stamina at a cost of minus 2 max stamina. And let's leave a slot open in case we find another useful spell. Okay, well, the ominous lighthouse has been closed down for longer than you can remember. Okay, what are these markings? Some kind of arrow pointing into a circle. BR. Cross out triangle. And with an eye. I think that's the Mars symbol and some kind of clover thing. And now, proceed. Inexplicable and morbid events have been plaguing your town for some time now. You've marked down 5 of them, hoping that there is something connecting them. You can tackle these 5 mysteries in any order you want. Beware, your decisions will haunt you and influence yet unsolved mysteries. School scissors, found footage, thaumaturgy teacher, and fear festival. Let's reroll. Abnormal arms, school scissors, thaumaturgy teacher, crimson cape. Okay, let's do the school scissors first, since we're in good condition. Or, well, no, let's not do school scissors. Morbid mermaids. School scissors again. Alright, here we go. Far Out Fable of a Fear Festival. Alarming account of abnormal arms. Bizarre root of the blood-curdling botanist. And freaky feature of found footage. Let's begin. Far Out Fable of a Fear Festival. Your aunt has sent you a letter, inviting you for a curious-sounding festival. It's held every 27 years in a small village. You don't like the sound of it, but your parents both agree. You need a break from all the stress. Inside the letter, there's a bus ticket. What's the worst thing that could happen? You ask yourself as you board the bus. Today's goal, explore the weird village. Just when you thought your stomach couldn't handle it anymore, the janky old bus stops at its destination. You get up and take a deep breath before looking around. It's a small village, and the nearby fields are surrounded by a thick forest. A fat man wearing dusty overalls approaches you. The inn owner who promised to pick you up. Following close behind him, your eyes are drawn to his hands. They're so deformed they resemble claws more than hands. Check out the inn. Wait, what's that in the picture? Check out the painting. You freeze in terror as something on the painting moves. There is a hole in it. Are you being spied on in the nearby room? -2 reason. Let's look for friends. You stumble into your friend, Kazumi. Hey, can you spare some time with me? +4 doom if agreed. Okay, we now have Ryoko. +1 to weapon damage. And Kazumi. Cheaper treatment and surgery actions. Worried and furious about the hole in the wall, you enter the inn from the back, trying to find the room that connects with yours. Thinking you've finally found it, you enter and scream. The perverted innkeeper. He must have seen too much. Okay, he increases doom. Okay, let's examine him and improvise a weapon. Watanabe-san inherited the inn a few years ago and had been spying on the guests until the fateful day when he saw it. Let's equip that. It's better than nothing. And okay, that looks like a good sequence until we can get something better. Slashed him twice. He scratched us. Let's turn. Okay. Well, you know what? No. That's enough to finish it. Wait, what's that? Found an item. Karukosa mask. The weird sounds coming from the forest kept you up at night. What could it all mean? Armor, folklore. Caster's spiritual actions, but can you see in it? It's a weird design with many strings. And we have a special picture for it. There's still some time before the festival starts. The locals are seemingly busy setting up stands and decorating the place. A few stands are already open, but you can't shake off the feeling something is wrong. It's getting late. Ah, and here's the dog. Let's get a happy coat. Slot C gives +1 luck. And that changed our picture too. Something is watching you from behind the trees. Forest Watcher. You have a feeling that you're being watched, and when you hear a branch snapping, you quickly turn around. There is someone standing in the trees just a few meters away. Okay, how did we unlock that one? Ah, because we have Ryoko. Let's send a park ranger to investigate. Park ranger tells you to hide as she raises her rifle and goes to confront the person. After a while, you peek out from behind a tree. The only thing left is a rifle on the ground. Both Ryoko and the ranger are missing. Lost an ally, gained an item. A hunting rifle. Illicit. Firearm. Two-handed. Perception weapon. Does damage. Is slow. Has a chance to hit of 80. An old rifle, which we don't have any bullets for. Today's goal. Going back to the inn, you overhear two masked villagers. They are talking about something awakening at the next dawn. You wonder what's up with that. You decide to block the entrance to your room with a night scene. The festival is ending tomorrow, and you can't be too careful. Professor Takeuchi. No one answers when you knock at Professor Takeuchi's door. This is odd, since he's usually punctual about his appointments. The smell of blood tells you something's wrong, and you quickly open the door and enter. There's no sign of the professor. The quantity of blood everywhere leaves little doubt about what happened. But how? And why? Perception check. Failure. You search the room but can't find anything. The sound of police sirens forces you to jump through a broken window, and you're injured. -2 stamina. Ooh, a bottle. That's always a good one. Why is it so quiet all of a sudden? Moo Moo brand. Tasty milk. Let's drink some tasty milk. Explore the festival. Is that blood? Where is everybody? Today's goal. Find the missing people. A trail of blood and sickly smelling sludge leads to the outskirts of a village. Somewhere in the dark forest, there's an answer waiting for you. Let's equip that. 4 actions until sunrise. Are you walking in circles? Following a trail of rotten fruit, you stumble upon a small forest shrine. It's probably dedicated to some local spirit. The small statue looks alien and menacing. Perception check. Failure. To your horror, you discover a severed human hand behind the statue. Yeah, we're looking pretty shaken. Let's rest. Quickly progressing at all. The investigation is starting to take a toll on you. You start to miss the most obvious leads, plus 4% doom. Two actions. You start to recognize some of the paths and rocks you've seen earlier. In the forest, you hear faint whimpering in the distance. When you find it, you discover a wild dog caught by its hind leg in a bear trap. The dog growls menacingly when you get closer. Luck check. Success. You free the injured dog. Thankful, the animal follows you. Got an ally. 1 action remains. A strange woman. Wandering through the forest, you encounter a woman standing under the tree. She looks at you and smiles. What's on your mind, dear? She asks, as if she knew you. Gracefully, the woman points to her left. The village is over there, she replies friendly. You thank her as your ways part. Sunrise. An abandoned factory. This must be the place they took everything. The sun is slowly rising as you get closer to the abandoned industrial building. Cautiously entering the factory, you can't help but notice the forest has become totally silent. Too late. You were not the only one trying to stop the ritual and save your friends. Special forces have raided the occult hideout, arresting the suspects. But outside, the handcuffed cult leader suddenly stops. "You are too late," they say in a raspy voice. "Our lord is free once more." -2 stamina. Far out fable of a pure festival. Ending B. Later that day, after an interrogation, the detectives let you go free. Festival guests are still missing to this day. You board the old bus, wondering what exactly happened out there. Ritual, the being wants more. Knowledge is key, plus 30 experience. There's still hope, -5% doom. Time passes, 1 day. You've lost the hunting cultists. For now. The old god stirs. Fetid fumes. The air feels heavy, making it hard to breathe. Resting is less effective. Inside your mailbox, you find a small key. What is it doing in there? It's been raining since morning. Weird, nothing happens when you flip the light switch. Bath time first. Fill the bottle. And cold water. Regain some reason. Cold water helps you to organize your thoughts. Go to the peephole. Weird. Oh, what's that? Probably just my imagination. Let's start a new mystery. Alarming account of abnormal arms. I remember when it started. The woman next door was strangled to death in her bed with no sign of forced entry. The killer was never found and the apartment remained vacant. The door to her apartment was closed and she lived alone. What other ways in are there? Maybe you can get to the apartment plan to compare with other flats. Let's take a look at the witch's tree. According to legends, this tree's roots reach towards the grave of a lynched witch. Nailing a straw doll to this tree will grant you your wish, for a price. You can wish for strength, regaining stamina, wish for knowledge, and gain a spell, or wish for money and gain funds. No, it's a bad idea right now. Let's leave. Okay, let's check the hospital. Solitary confinement. Walking through the unused hospital floor, you discover something alarming. The door to a small empty room looks like it was forced open. The lock is completely broken. You look around before taking a closer look. What happened here? Knowledge check. Failure. Weird marks around the lock and the walls. Were they caused by large claws? What did the hospital staff keep in this room? -1 reason. Dark forces scheme against you. You don't know who you can trust anymore. You're now hungry. The Anatomical Museum Archive displays a specimen with elongated arms and jellified bones. -1 reason. Hunger. Curse. Mental. -1 charisma. They look tasty. Oh, holy candle. That seems like it'd be useful. +1 luck. Use it to regain reason. What a new item. And let's put our library notes in storage for now. Keep some space open in case we find something else useful. You know what? We could use some kind of weapon, probably. Oh wait, we don't have any money. That's a problem. Let's investigate downtown. Alarmed by the sound of 410 billion. Alarmed by the sound of glass breaking, you discover the corpse of a policeman lying in a pool of blood. Looks like someone, or something, tore out his throat. You escape before anyone arrives. +2 reason. The apartment is on the 3rd floor. There is no way somebody used the window to escape the murders. You knock on your friend's door and wait. Hey, I'm really busy today. Let's hang out some other time, okay? Weird creature. Excuse me, do you have a moment to talk about our real Lord and Savior? The day of reckoning is coming, says the voice on the other side of the line. You definitely don't like the way the man on the other side of the line puts an accent on real. Hello, are you still there? You learn some useful bits of information about your nemesis. However, everything the man said was the truth. Humanity is doomed. -5 doom, -3 reason. You notice the odd placement of ventilation shafts. They seem too small for anyone to crawl through them. Struggling artist. Mr. Your neighbor is a horror manga. He's struggling to come up with a satisfying ending for his newest story. What's that picture? You catch a glimpse of the painted thing. Suddenly, you feel very weak and excuse yourself to leave. Something truly evil has you in its grasp. Oh, that seems like it's not going to bother us at all. You should interview the neighbors. Maybe you'll discover something the police miss. Pareidolia. The events you've witnessed lately have you tossing and turning, unable to sleep. You feel restless. You finally nod off after finding a soothing choice in song. Nice 3 Dune. One neighbor is complaining about her missing underwear. Not wanting to wait for an elevator, you decide to take the rarely used stairs. You suddenly trip, but grab the railing at the last second. When you get up to inspect what caused you to trip, you freeze in terror. It is slowly standing up. A twisted corpse. This is a ghost. Okay. I think I have the pattern here. Okay. Start with all claps. That's 2 right. Okay, 2 claps, 3 bows. Three right. Clap, bow, clap, bow, bow. Three right. Clap, bow, bow, clap, bow. Three right again. Clap, bow, 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 clap. That should be it. Yes. Warning. Your health dropped too low. Warning. You will die at the beginning of your next encounter. Defeated twisted corpse. That encounter was the final straw. Your mind has snapped, and you've been locked up in an asylum. It would be comforting to accept that you were insane, that no old god is awakening to devour humanity. But the drugs haven't made these horrors disappear. You've perished. Cause of death, reason loss. Level 1, difficulty level, skeptic. Equipped. Hunting rifle, Carcosa mask, poppy coat. Backstory. Hunted by the cult. Summoned old god, Goizo. Doom, 27%. Chosen timeline, A. Additional actions, manual. And our actions were rest, prepare, shop, occult store, library, schoolyard, hospital, pharmacy, hardware, witch, kana. I think that's what it is. Playthrough lasted 38 minutes, 29 seconds. In this run, we solved one mystery, saw 3 new events, encountered 2 enemies, unlocked 3 new achievements. You know what? I think we have time for another run. Randomize the color again. Ah, nice light blue. Okay, custom playthrough. Let's continue. Bewimmed. And let's try this same thing again. Except this time, in the occult capital of Japan. Goizo again. Okay, here's who we are. And let's head home. Ooh, the illegal den. That's a new one. Billiard club owned by gangsters is the only place to buy illegal goods. Yep. Save that, and let's confirm it. Someone has crammed your mailbox full of animal entrails. They know. Draco, the naive socialite. Completing a mystery grants funds. That could be useful. Watch some TV. TV host is gutting a big octopus. Search for a missing person continues in the forest surrounding Shiokawa. If you have any information, please contact the police department. Okay, did we get anything in the drawer? No. It's a nice day outside. Unfortunately, we cannot pick up this bottle. Here. Okay, let's switch our costume to the skeleton. Take a look outside. Ah, our neighbor. Take a bath before we head out to investigate for some experience. And then, let's begin. We have Sorrowful Saga of the Moonlight Sailors, Macabre Memoir of Morbid Mermaids, Alarming Account of Abnormal Arms, and Curious Case of a Contagious Coma. Yeah, that looks good. Let's start with the Sorrowful Saga. Begin with one fisherman who dragged something truly awful, not something truly evil, something truly awful, from the belly of the ocean. Dark writhing ooze that mesmerized him beyond control. He hid himself away for a week, adoring it, not to be seen until one moonlit night when a young girl spotted his boat drifting away. A single lantern swinging at the helm, and a captivated fisherman singing eerily to his catch. Now more and more fishermen have begun to find the vile ooze in their nets, and one by one they are disappearing. Soon the ocean will have taken them all. You start your investigation, hoping to overhear some rumors of the fish market. Discard 2 items to complete the quest. Okay, let's begin by preparing. Is there even anything useful left? You rummage through your belongings to find anything that will help you. You finally pick up the vanity mirror. Hopefully, it will be enough. Plus 5 doom. Vanity mirror. Blessed, personal. Reveals extra information about event choices. You can catch glimpses of the future in this tiny mirror. Yeah, that sounds useful. Okay, let's travel downtown. You know, we've got enough funds. Let's shop for some items. Ooh, a steak knife. Seems useful. And nothing there. Let's get a discount item. An empty bottle, another useful one. You start your investigation, hoping to overhear some rumors of the fish market. When you enter a metro car, you notice an oddly shaped package on the seat opposite you. It's marked with your name. You reach for the package but hesitate. An icy feeling settling into the pit of your stomach. Dexterity failure. It's not until you've unwrapped it that you understand what it is. Shocked, you let it fall to the floor from your bloody hands. -2 reason. Although you braved the stench for hours, you gleaned nothing besides the fact that the fisherman had a wife. Perhaps you should pay her a visit. Okay, shop again. A blue gem. Vibrates slightly in your hand and feels cold. I wonder what that's about. Someone taps your back. Sorry, the bus still running. It's so late for a meeting. The boss is gonna kill me. Startled, you quickly turn around, shocked by what you see there. The tapeworm salaryman. Okay, this is a nasty opponent. Yeah, that looks good. Save it. And go. The enemy seems to be weak against this type of weapon. Interesting. Tapeworm salaryman slaps you. No. Miss once, hit once. Tries to bite you. Defeated tapeworm salaryman. You've arrived at the fisherman's house. It stands long vacated. Peering in through the dusty window, you recoil with shock. Investigate the mansion. Eyes in the dark. You feel watched. You retreat from the room. -2 reason. The fisherman's wife lies in the kitchen, mutilated and covered with black marks. Tower window. The round window of the Crooked Manor Tower is calling you. You feel your strength drain away as you stare at the bright light. Let's fight this. Success. Just one glimpse of the eldritch landscape is enough. You manage to cover your eyes and move to where you can't see the damned window. You feel sick, but at least you're safe. For now. Plus an experience, -1 reason. Surely someone else must have caught one of these. You lurk around, hoping to spot one of them. Weird ducts. Scratching and faint banging noise can be heard, coming from the air conditioning ducts. Rats, maybe? First, you thought the rats were made by noises were made by rats, but rats don't whisper. -10 experience. Young man has glassy eyes and mumbles his replies as he caresses his head. Fleeting movements of his arms disturb you. Invisible watcher. Something gigantic and invisible leaves a deep void in the sea. It's not moving, but you swear it's watching you. You know what? Let's head to the school and check out the schoolyard. We have student F. -1 lock. Student B. +1 knowledge. Joy looks at you watching. Let her go and... Sounds strange, but I believe you. Student C. Cheaper pharmacy items. Hikaru smiles faintly. Okay. Back to the seaside. Now we've got some allies. And let's investigate. Can't shake the feeling that those small dock buildings hide some terrible secrets. -2 do. Slip out at night and race toward the beach, terrified of what comes next. The full moon shines bright in the cloudless night sky. The ink-black ocean waves glimmer eerily. All the residents have drawn their shutters tight and locked their doors. Your footsteps are silent in the sand. The only audible sounds are your ragged breathing and pounding heartbeat. You arrive at the water's edge, breathless. Possessed fishermen's boats fill the horizon with their light. Tiny yellow spots navigating across a dark ocean under a dark sky. You cannot make out the figures on board. The Seeping Apostle. The whole section of the beach is black with ooze, slowly engulfing the bodies of missing sailors. Right in the middle of it stands a lone figure. When he spots you, the ooze stops undulating for a second before rapidly moving towards you, leaving the half-eaten corpses behind. Whatever the sailors caught in the sea is here. Tonight is your only chance to stop it. Can't run. Alright, load that up. And go. See if an apostle attacks you. Black goo starts climbing up your legs. Yeah, that sounds like a special attack. Brace against it. Stab the Seeping Apostle, it attacks. Missed twice. Black goo again. More black goo. Defeated the Seeping Apostle. You've lost the hunting cultists, for now. It was definitely a close call, too close for your liking. You are sure the newspapers will report on the goo, soon to dry up and look just like volcanic ash by tomorrow. Tonight, however, all you're thinking about is a hot bath. Sorrowful Saga of the Moonlight Sailors. Ending C. Knowledge is key. +30 experience. There's still hope. -5 doom. Tireless. +1 reason and stamina. Time passes. 1 day. Reiko. Funds. The old god stirs. The crimson moon spotted over Shiokawa keeps everyone on edge. A feeling of paranoia and discomfort is almost palpable. Blood Moon. All enemies get additional 20 power. Yeah, that sounds unpleasant. Inside your mailbox, you find a small key. What is it doing in there? Okay, first, a bath. Fill up the bottle. A cold bath. Cold water helps you to organize your thoughts. Another day begins. Macabre memoir of morbid mermaids. The janitor was obsessed with mermaids. He's collected every scrap of the legend about them in the school basement. Now his mind is snapped. He's decided it's time to make one of his own, using unfortunate student's body as material. There's one thing everyone at the school is talking about. Another girl from your area has gone missing. Could there be anything connecting all the missing people? I should investigate downtown next. First, let's check out the hardware shop. Flashlight. Okay, investigate. No, let's investigate the seaside. Or, no, don't need to. Investigate downtown. Despite your best efforts, you feel like the neighborhood is starting to change. Location's threat level increases. Asking around the neighborhood got you some results. Seems that all the girls attended the same school. Mask Festival. As you glance around, you notice that more and more people are wearing strange masks, unlike anything you've ever seen before. As you turn to your friends for reassurance, you notice that some also wear these eerie masks. Their voices sound muffled and distorted. You can't shake off the feeling that they're not quite themselves. The hairs on the back of your neck stand on end. You realize that something is terribly wrong. Are they hiding something? Can't help but wonder what lies behind the masks that conceal the faces of the people around you. Are these even the people they claim to be, or are they just masquerading as something they're not, hiding their true identities behind the masks that they wear? -2 reason. All the missing girls were apparently members of the school's swimming team. Maybe someone saw the kidnappers stalking. Okay, let's head back home. Rest a bit. You bandage up the fresh wounds. You sit on a couch and read your favorite book. Time flies by so fast. You prepare yourself to leave and continue your long investigation. Okay, we're out of the danger zone on reason. Back to the school. Anatomy class. You hear a faint sound while walking around outside the biology class. Inside is an old anatomy model. Its heart beating. The sight almost makes you sick. You find a notebook containing handwritten and detailed notes about the swimming club itself and mermaids? Fish heads. A nauseating stench stops you. Someone has scattered rotting fish guts everywhere, hung up countless fish heads. Cover your mouth as you slowly retreat. A vast flock of seagulls outside viciously attack the windows. Whoever the kidnapper may be, they seem to be really obsessed with mermaids. Inside the science lab, you find a plan of the town's sewer system. Someone has marked a path leading from the sea directly to the school building. Exhausted. The investigation is starting to take a toll on your health. You feel like you're about to fall asleep standing up. How do you address your weakened state? Half asleep, you stumble over the pavement. Something wrong here. Weird apathy seems to infect every adult who asks for help. You'll have to deal with it alone. $110 billion. Alarmed by the sound of glass breaking, you discover the corpse of a policeman lying in a pool of blood. It's like someone or something tore out his throat. You escape before anyone arrives. +2 reason. You compare the sewer plan with the school map. It suddenly dawns on you. The school basement. That must be the place the kidnapper is keeping the missing swimmers. Venetian society. That pair has been following you since morning. Finally managed to lose them, but can't shake the feeling that it will only get worse, and it's 2 stamina. Let's take a drink. Glug glug. There is no turning back now. Let's hope she is alright. You bust through the door to the janitorial closet, but it's already too late. The latest missing girl is lying on a dirty mattress. Her upper torso, at least. The tail of a fish has been crudely sewn in place of her legs. She was too weak and died, you hear the mad janitor say. He looks you up and down. Maybe you'll do. In too deep, one. I'm so lonely, he stammers, taking a step forward. For years, I've dealt with this void inside me. Another step forward. Each night I dream about a city underwater. Oh my. That's kind of latent. I realized that's where I truly belong. And another. Let me take you there. Agree. In too deep. Reluctantly, you reach out your hand and the janitor grabs it. He freezes, seemingly studying your face in a better light. I've seen you in my dreams. I don't need to take you anywhere. He smiles and lets go of your hand and jumps into the open manhole. You're doomed to go there eventually. And I'll wait for you. -4% doom. Was the talk about the underwater city just an excuse for a crazed serial killer? Did the janitor really believe in the mermaid city located somewhere deep under the waves? Whatever the case, you really should see a dermatologist about your skin allergy. Each day starts to look more and more like fish scales. Macabre memoir of morbid mermaids, ending E. Plus 30 experience, minus 5 doom, plus 1 day, plus 1 funds, minus 1 doom, because of the backstory. And we can gain a level. You've advanced to the next experience level. Choose 1 perk and 1 stat upgrade. Let's go with outdoors, man. Plus 1 luck. And plus 1 strength. The old god stirs. Roads leading out of town were closed by the police. You'll have to find a new way out. Investigating places located outside the city. Village, mansion, and forest. Costs 1 more doom. Inside your mailbox, you find a small key. What is it doing there? Okay, bath time. Shower will help you calm down and do wonders for your sore muscles. First, water. What temperature should you set it to? Let's go for experience. You don't see anything weird. Start a new mystery. Abnormal arms. I remember when it started. The woman next door was strangled to death in her bed with no sign of forced entry. The killer was never found and the apartment remained vacant. The door to her apartment was closed and she lived alone. What other ways in are there? Maybe you can get the apartment full of plan to compare with other flats. First, let's investigate the hospital a bit. Managed to sneak inside the now closed pharmacy. Boxes of medicine and chemicals surround you in this cramped room. The pill bottle you were looking for is almost out of reach. Failure. You knock over a bottle of ammonia. Covered in chemical burns, you flee from the pharmacy before anyone arrives. And again. What was safety in numbers again? +1 max for these. Mortuary blues. You find yourself in an old, unused part of the hospital. You take a deep breath. The disgusting smell of thawed remains still lingers in the room. It used to be the hospital's mortuary, where doctors determined the causes of death. Search the cabinet. Perception check. Success. Something flashes in the corner of a dusty drawer, and you reach for it. Sewing kit, which may come in handy later. Got an item. The Anatomical Museum Archive displays a specimen with elongated arms and jellified bone. -1 reason. Okay. Treacherous reflection. The reflection twists and shimmers when you're not looking at it directly. Goizo is getting closer. Branded. chance of raising doom with each investigation. The apartment is on the 3rd floor. There is no way someone used the window to escape the murder scene. Next move. As you prepare a bath, you think about all the possible leads so far. You're very tired, so maybe ice-cold water is a good idea. Ice-cold water revitalizes you and you're ready for the investigation. You notice the odd placement of ventilation shaft. It seemed too small for anyone to crawl through, though. Unfinished painting. While looking around the ransacked room of your recently deceased friend, you discover a half-finished painting of a woman, her skin a ghastly pale yellow color. Keen is the servant, you struggle to look at it. Intimidated by the unsettling portrait, or haunted by nightmares. -2 reason. Let's rest up a bit. Certainly feels good to be back at home. Bandage up the fresh wounds. You phone your best friend and talk about unrelated stuff. Time flies by so fast. You prepare yourself to leave and continue your long investigation. Agents of Goizo. You try to avoid mirrors, afraid of what will be waiting for you on the other side. -1 reason. One neighbor is complaining about her missing underwear. Aggressive passerby. As you inspect a marking on a wall, a random man shouts at you, hurling insults at you and requesting a fight. He appears to be delirious, probably under the effect of some kind of drug. Despite his altered state, the man hears you out as you calmly explain you just want to pass through. Takes a step to the side, although reluctant. Another neighbor is complaining about weird noises coming from the vents when she's at home. Raining blood. A woman jumps out of her apartment, covered in gore. Between sobs, she tries to explain what happened. She was taking a shower when suddenly the shower head started spraying blood. A trail of blood leads into the dark apartment. The woman sniffs and smiles weakly. You feel like you've prevented something wrong. Let's check out the building plan to see if there's a place where all the vents connect. Telephone sounds and multiple voices are too loud for you to ignore. When you enter the apartment, everything turns silent. The gossip junkie. Build a combat sequence with combat moves and click launch sequence to attack your enemy. Gossip Junkie spreads a nasty rumor about you. Does reason damage. Another nasty rumor. Defeated Gossip Junkie. Every room is connected by vents. Find the unused boiler. Could it be boiler room? You enter the dark boiler room and trip over the pipe. Cursing, you find a light switch. You gasp in horror. It's not a pipe at all. It's a long, rubbery arm coiling around the room and ending in a ventilation shaft. Coming closer, you can smell something vile and rotten. You cautiously crawl inside the vent, determined to solve this macabre mystery. Nothing can prepare you for the sound of the skittering sound. The source of the skittering sound, getting louder and closer. Vent crawl. Now let's start by assessing the situation. Then, attack. Monster. Unknown. Weak against unknown. No special skill. The perverted thoughts of the neighbor materialized under the corrupting influence of the old gods. Oh, that's a bit disturbing. Feet. After the police arrive, the whole building gets searched. Following the disgusting body, the detectives enter one of the flats. Inside the slimy lair, there are countless giant, semi-transparent eggs. When broken, they reveal horrible centipede human fetus hybrids. You are questioned thoroughly while the government people, dressed as gas company employees, clean up the apartment. You are eventually released, but swear that at night you still hear faint skittering sounds coming from your vents. Glowing account of abnormal arms. Ending B. The words for solving this mystery. Skittering sounds. They missed one. 30 experience, 15 experience, -5 doom, 1 day, 1 funds. Okay. Another level. Signed contract, extra funds gained for completing a mystery. That would have been awfully convenient before. Quick thinking, plus dexterity. There's always a way out from seemingly hopeless situations. And let's boost strength again. Old God stirs. Price hike. Preparing for the worst, people are stocking up on everything, making it harder for you to find what you want. All shop items cost 1 funds more. Fill up the bottle, and more experience. Someone is standing in the shadow, watching your door. Now, finally, curious case of a contagious coma. More and more people fall unconscious and cannot be awakened. People who try to wake the patients up only end up falling into a coma themselves. A whole wing of the town's hospital has been dedicated to warding the comatose. Is there anything connecting these people and how these strange illnesses start? Let's check the news reports about this weird disease and try to find the cause before more people fall asleep. First, let's check the village. You feel sudden pain on the branded mark. Curious bookstore. You've stumbled upon a forgotten bookstore in a small alley. The interior is cluttered with dusty old tomes, animal bones, weird vials, and stuffed exotic animals you don't even recognize. Can I help you? Asks the tiny man behind the counter. I have things that will surely help you in your quest. Okay, let's buy a magic item. Tiny man hands you a package. I'm sure you'll make good use out of this. Ritual dagger. Magic one-handed knowledge weapon. More damage, 75 speed, 60% chance to hit, small chance of recovering reason after defeating an enemy. Okay, we don't need that. We're good on reason for now. Shimokage. An old priest is performing a ritual to appease a local demon imprisoned underground. You're invited to join them. Success. You've read about the ritual. Following the intricate pattern of steps, bows, and claps isn't a problem for you. Once the ritual ends, the priest thanks you and hands over an item. Dust of Seeing. Oh, an old man from the village hands you a package. This should help you understand the illness. Gained an item, the Dust of Seeing. Momentarily renders invisible creatures partially visible. Use. Sets enemy power to 0. Okay, that seems useful. Let's check the news reports about this weird disease and try to find the cause before more people fall asleep. Computer room. You stumble upon the computer room. This is a good opportunity to check the school's database to look for anything that might help your investigation. Find a curious folder containing photos. Rising horror, you realize that you're in every one of them. The last photo shows a smiling man standing over your bed. Oh, that's concerning, especially seeing who we are. Reports mention a patient 0. Who could they be? Gatsu Hakamura. Getting dark as you arrive at the cemetery, and shadows move in fantastic and unaccountable ways between the tombstones. Finding the right grave may prove to be a challenge, especially when you feel someone's gaze on your back. You whirl around and see who's behind you. Luckily, the other person is a kind old lady who points you to the tombstone you were looking for. Under a stone, you find someone left a note for you. You need to sneak into the hospital and borrow information about patient 0. You're finally asked to the doctor's office. Now, how can I help you today? Found a new item, painkiller. Feel like the skull is observing your every move. Let's investigate. Oh. Walking through the unused hospital floor, you discover something alarming. The door to a small empty room looks like it was forced open. The lock is completely broken. Look around before taking a closer look. Seems like someone forced the door open with a crowbar or a similar tool. Telling yourself they probably just lost the keys and needed something from inside the room, quickly leave the corridor. You've got their name and address. Let's get out of here. Walking through the hospital corridor, you hear disgusting slurping sounds coming from a closet. The bloodsucker. Vampire drinking from the store, from the supply. Inmate regains health. Bloodsucker hisses. Hiss sounds like it's got a special attack incoming. Bloodsucker tears into you. Not yet. Bloodsucker grabs you. Defeated the bloodsucker. Patient Zero's house seems empty. You should search it carefully. Public library. Trying to find old newspapers in the public library archives. You mistakenly open a door to a small office. It's dark and there is a girl slouching over her desk. Thought you could swear her computer screen moved. You look at the screen as words appear. We know. As you get the mouse back and scroll down, you find a list with different addresses where strange phenomena happen. Now, you know. That man dabbled in magic. He found a journal describing a certain village and instructions for a summoning ritual. It seems they tried to contact an entity from the dream realms. Okay, you have a camera equipped. Stop right there. You hear a voice coming from behind you. You won't destroy my life's work. I'm Seth's man. You know what? Let's run. The quarantine wing is guarded closely. You must find a way to sneak through. When the patient came home one morning, covered in scars and babbling about aliens, police had them committed, mumbling something quietly as you passed by. You immediately understand that the only difference between you and the crazy person is that you haven't been caught yet. You convince them to sneak out and join you in their quest. He is a ghost hunter, also on damage against ghost enemies. There it is. Let's hope you find an answer here. Managed to sneak through the floor while avoiding the police and finally reached the quarantine wing, where all the coma patients were brought in. Their pulses are slowly weakening, their blood pressure dropping. You must hurry. Following the old man's advice, you throw a dust of seeing in the air. Reveals weird elongated monsters hanging from the ceiling, one above every bed. Each creature is connected to a patient with an undulating tendril. As you try to process everything, one of the disgusting creatures raises its head and looks in your direction. The creature causing the contagious coma plaguing your town has taken notice of you. You must defend yourself or perish. The Dream Devourer. Take a photo with flash, disorienting your enemy. Okay, that'll do, hopefully. Dream Devourer tears at your flesh and tries to swallow you whole. Not looking good. Dodge and have allies attack. Surround the enemy. Your mind is on fire. What do we have here? Okay, time to pop some pills. Okay. Okay, unplug a patient, maybe? Patient dies and one of the tendrils disappears. We are winning. Defeated Dream Devourer. That was a rough one. The creature's severed body falls on the floor and starts melting, slowly. The remaining part slithers back into the now closing hole in the sea. You've managed to catch a glimpse of the other side. The sight of the other side makes you fall to your knees. It wasn't the creature's body that you managed to cut off. It was merely a finger. Shaken, you sneak out of the hospital. One thing is certain, though. It's the end of this weird illness. Curious case of a contagious coma. Ending A. 3 meter. The hospital is now safe. Knowledge is key. Plus 30 experience. Thorough investigation. Plus 15 experience. There's still hope. Minus 5 doom. Tireless. Plus 1 reason and stamina. Time passes. 1 day. Reiko. 1 funds. Okay. Parting gift is a useful one. You know what? Let's boost dexterity. Reiko hands you a parting gift. I think that boosts perception. Kohaku hands you a parting gift. Charisma. Hikaru hands you a parting gift. I think that's charisma again. Wait, probably have to check this first. Freaky flood. Did the water level suddenly increase, or is our city slowly sinking? Exploring the seaside has a chance of inflicting drenched instead. Masakumi hands you a parting gift. Now it's dexterity. Inside your mailbox, you find a small key. What is it doing in there? Okay, bath time. Go get some water. And let's go with cold. Drink up immediately. Ghost gray mist envelops the whole town. Okay, that's all of our mysteries. No time to rest. So now, to the lighthouse. Multiple padlocks prevent you from entering the building. You need 5 keys. You finally made it inside the cursed lighthouse. Your gut is telling you two things: that whoever, or whatever, is behind the weird events must be on the highest floor of this place, and that you should run away from this place as far and fast as you can. You're afraid there won't be a way back once you start climbing these stairs. Okay, we can afford to rest. Alright, out of dangerous territory. Storage, anything? May as well get the blue gem. Let's begin. Climbing up the stairs. Run into a wall of photos. You. Following the winding staircase, you are stopped. Wait a minute. Someone's been taking photos focused on you. Photos include the enemies you've fought with. There's something wrong, but you can't precisely say what. Select the second enemy you fought this run. Just say that's the Seeping Apostle. Correct answer. You rip the photo. Underneath it is a tiny button. You press it and, with a buzz, the gate opens. Climbing up the winding staircase, you are stopped by a masked man wearing an expensive suit. The rules have changed, kiddo, he says, taking the jacket and the mask off. Nothing personal, really. No, not that. And we only have 8 actions. Take that and launch. Takashi-san prevents you from taking another step. Thrown item damages the enemy. Up the stairs. Trial of blood. Acid. Following the winding staircase, you find a metal gate that blocks your way. The cable that should be powering it is currently disconnected. The power box itself is covered in a weird moist goo. Just inhaling the fumes makes your eyes itch and water. To power the gate, you'll need to disconnect a faulty plug. Weird goo burns your fingers, but you quickly manage to separate the faulty plug and connect the proper cable. The buzz, the gate opens. Conspirant. Delinquent girl. You are stopped by a girl wearing a dirty black school uniform. I'm sorry, but I can't let you go any further, she says, reaching for her bag. It's too late anyway. You instinctively take a step back when you notice a knife in her hand. You have to think fast. You try to talk her into allowing you to pass. It's too late anyway, she whispers again, letting you continue. Delinquent girl nods sadly as you pass her, plus 10 experience. Trial of blood, electricity. Following the winding staircase, you are stopped by a metal gate. The tiny page nailed to the gate explains that opening the gate will require you to grab 2 metal rods. Using your own body as the natural conductor, you will power up the gate. Not enough knowledge. grab the rods, electricity flowing through your body and burning the nerve ends. pain is almost unbearable, but with a buzz, the gate opens. The dark clouds swirl around the lighthouse. Did you arrive too late? As the unnatural fog slowly lifts, you are relieved and collapse on the floor. The next day, everything feels like a bad dream. You've managed to stop the ritual awakening the eldritch old god, but what's done is done. It will stir in its slumber again and again until the stars are right once more. Congratulations, you are safe. For now. You've survived. Level 4, difficulty, skeptic. Equipped, steak knife, camera, vanity mirror. Backstory, hunted by the cult. Summoned old god, Boyzo. Incoming doom, 76%. Chosen timeline, B. Additional actions, manual. Rest, prepare, shop, occult, library, schoolyard, hospital, pharmacy, hardware, illegal den, witch tree, and comma. Playthrough lasted 1 hour, 9 minutes, 57 seconds. Solved 4 mysteries, saw 6 new events, encountered 8 new enemies, unlocked 4 new achievements. While we're at it, let's take a look at those achievements. This is one I did after last run, or last time. Chain smoker. Have 30 cigarettes in the inventory, unlocks foreign cigarettes. Discover a hole in the painting. Unlocks glass eye. Chop for items 10 times in a single playthrough. Unlocks dog treats. Investigate 20 locations with a compass equipped. Unlocks a map. As Ico, defeat the mad janitor. Unlocks the ally, Ikumi. Wait for it. During combat, prepare to strike but don't attack their turn. Unlocks the pocket knife. True Idol. At any point in the game, have 4 followers. Unlocks Seal of Savage. Aru, called Junko. Unlocks Thread of Fate. Exorcism. Unlocks Pancakes. Never-ending Summer. Change the date and stop the clips. Unlocks Monkey Wrench. Restless. Complete a playthrough without resting. Unlocks challenges. Hit Girl. Play the game with the second character. Unlocks the first cartridge. Thug Survivor. Complete a game with the third character. Unlocks Kyrie outfit. Idle Survivor. Complete a game with the fourth character. Unlocks Private School outfit. Hoop. Surprise the dog. Unlocks Innocent Student outfit. World Save 1. Unlocks Endless Mode. World Save 2. unlocks Mimi. Extended A, hard cap. Pain medication. Later. Win with the World of Horror unlocks medical history. We've done that. Medical history unlocks Hunted by the Cult. Done that. Hunted by the Cult unlocks the 7th curse. We'll do that next time. Ah, we almost had this one, too. Or whether we had a chance at it, almost might be stretching. Okay, the endings we've seen. Dying from reason loss. Mouth slit. And surviving. Okay. And there we go. I have been James. The game has been World of Horror. Thank you for watching. Thank you also for liking and subscribing. Until next time, good night.